Hi everyone, welcome back to another video about showing my progress towards my journey towards AI entrepreneurship. So this is a 1 month progress update. So I've done quite a lot throughout this 1 month. I'm quite happy to share about what I've done so far. So first I'll start off with knowledge. So knowledge, as I said before, I want to learn more about APIs, application programming interface. So this I realize is quite of a struggle for me because I realize I still need to learn a bit of coding, even though it's a, a little bit more simple compared to like Python. You just need to learn about JavaScript, which is not the hardest thing to learn, but still something that I struggle with a lot. But ignoring that fact, I still pushed through and I was able to push out a project where I applied my knowledge in APIs, which I'll talk about it later. So right now I've also been learning business law. I'm learning about contracts, patents, about intellectual property, more of the legality side of about business because I realize, let's say I want to create an AI software, it requires certain patents and certain legality issues that I may not think about, and I should really consider them, especially with an up and coming rise of precaution towards AI. And also, thirdly, I learned about fundraising. I realized perhaps if I would like to scale my business even further in the future, just learn a bit about fundraising, about how to get a seed fund in the first place, whether I should apply for fundraising through VCs. I actually learned quite a lot about VCs. Perhaps right now is not the best time. VC is mainly about uh, getting funding from VCs is mainly beneficial after I really establish my company and I have a little bit of growth and a foundation where the VCs can analyze and see whether they can help me for my business, and that's pretty interesting. But as of now, definitely fundraising is not that important to me, and I'm quite happy that I actually discovered a new business idea, which I'll talk about later. So moving on, I will be talking about my projects. So this month, I mainly focus on my project called Singapore Dating Guide. Some of you may have checked it out on my LinkedIn, where I posted a video on it. It's the first time that I applied my knowledge on APIs, where I used the platform called Zapier. It was quite a cool concept, and I realized it is really powerful where I can really leverage on other resources, external resources, and use it to my advantage. So that really is a very helpful project that I have done. For future projects, I definitely need to definitely have something in mind. It's got to do with chatbots and it's also aligned with my business idea. Moving on, I also want to share about actually the books I read the past 1 month. So far, actually, the past few months or even years in my journey towards this self-development and entrepreneurship, I've read quite a few valuable books, and mainly towards entrepreneurship, I would suggest people to read the Mom Test. That one is really important for me to validate the market and see whether the problem is actually a problem that I can solve. Because I realize that many startups fail is because they are solving a problem that in the market that is not really an actual problem. So they waste a lot of time developing their product, and in the end nobody's gonna buy it because it's not even a problem. So I feel that's really useful for me to actually know how to ask the right questions, interview the right target audience, and understand where I stand in terms of my problem statement. Second book, which I am currently reading and I have almost finished it. It's called The Lean Startup. I feel that it's really valuable for me to learn, especially when I'm trying to do some kind of software kind of service. This helps me to really understand the value of creating MVPs, which is called minimum viable products, and this will help me able to accelerate my learning progress in terms of building the correct market fit product that will help me really establish myself as a business owner. and the software that I provide. Because I realized that on one hand, you can really create a whole fully functioning fully functioning product and put it on the market, but that will definitely take a lot of time, months, maybe even years to create. And because you don't have any feedback from your target audience or the people in the market, you may realize that there's a lot of the features of the product that you may assume that is quite useful and will be helpful in solving the problem, but in reality, it's just a waste. So you just wasted your time. So I realized this is really important for me because I'm taking things step by step to make sure that I really understand what products that I can really develop and what features to implement in order to help my clients and my target audience. And it's also helpful because right now I'm just a one-man army, one-man team, and really trying to push out a product, especially your AI software, takes a lot of time and effort, and I really don't want to waste a lot of time in and creating a lot of waste when I'm doing my business. And yeah, all these books I feel is really useful for me. Right now I'm just trying to apply what I learn because I realize what's the point of learning knowledge when I'm not gonna apply it. It's just maybe perhaps fun facts. But I'm sure that if I really apply all the things that I learned from these books, I'm sure I'll get far ahead in life. Okay, next I want to just talk about my network. So from the previous video, I said that I'm planning to network with a few more people so that I get more knowledge and then get some advice from people who are already experts in their field, especially entrepreneurs and AI engineers. So I've met a few founders so far through networking sessions. I've also met an AI engineer who is in the medical field. That really was an eye-opening experience as he actually taught me the step by step procedure of what he does in his industry and what are the problems that actually AI engineers face, and also how I can possibly recruit these AI engineers for my business in the far future. So that was definitely an eye-opening experience, and he actually explained some concepts about AI that I was not very aware about, and now I have a deeper understanding of AI and quite confident in my knowledge in this AI field. And thirdly, I also been networking with like-minded youths. So I've been trying to reach out to many youths who are around the same age and are really inspiring in ways where they start their own business despite their age, despite what people say. They make the same sacrifices and time and effort in order to really excel in their fields, and I really respect them a lot. So I've been trying to reach out to them and talk to them and seek some advice, and perhaps in the future, I'm sure these people will be really successful in life. So I'm really grateful that I could meet all these people the past 1 month. Next is about my internships, jobs, and competitions. So I actually applied for a competition called Youth Founder Summit, and I was very happy to say that I've been selected to participate in the Youth Founder Summit (YFC). So I'm quite excited for that. There's a 5-day boot camp in late December, and I'm sure I'll be exposed to a lot of like-minded individuals, and I'm sure that I'll be able to receive the support and advice to continue working on my business idea that I have. Next, for my jobs and internships, I realized that I do perhaps I will postpone my what I want to do for internships because I realize internships can be done especially when I pursue my higher studies in university. So perhaps by then for competitions I may not be as excited or have the time and opportunity to do it in the far future, especially when I'm getting older. So might as well focus on doing this competition first. Internships will come later, and I'm sure that will be very beneficial for me in the future. And finally, for jobs, actually, I realize it's been quite a struggle finding jobs that makes me a bit of money while being able to learn some skills. I definitely ideally want a high paying sales job, because sales job I can get some commissions and also learn. And because I'm a hustler, I'm sure I can put in the effort to learn and actually expose myself to reach out to people and possibly talk to them about buying the product or service that I will provide. But I realize it's quite a struggle, especially if I want to do it part time, because I really want to focus on my competition instead. So right now, I'm just trying to figure things out. Possibly, I just find some job that does not require very high skill, just a bit of money to sustain myself. But that will be what there is still an ongoing plan, and hopefully I'll figure things out. Now I'll just be moving on to my business idea. So I'm very happy that I discovered a gap in the industry. It's more got to do with the property industry, and I'm not gonna go too in detail about my business idea because I want to use that for my competition, and hopefully it works out. But it's my business idea is called Co-Living Connect, and it's basically a lead generation AI system. And I hope that it can work out. So right now I'm actively trying to find clients and actively trying to validate the market and reach out to do interviews with my target audience. Now I just want to talk about the challenges. Yeah, the challenges of this journey towards AI entrepreneurship is really, really tough. I can say so myself. I feel that I made a lot of sacrifices. Really, the fun times that I can do with my friends. A lot of my friends ask me out to hang out, to play, to go out and eat, but I reject most of them because I really want to use time and effort to pursue on my ambitions. So that's one thing, the sacrifices, and I could be going on holidays like the rest of my friends, but I choose not to. And that goes with the second most important point about loneliness. I feel I would say it's called excruciating loneliness because it is really actually very painful. It even though at times I don't really feel it, especially when I'm working and grinding for many hours throughout the day. But at times when I look up from my computer and look around me, there's nobody there. There's nobody there to really talk to me. And but I would say it's still okay. There's a lot of people who ask me like, why am I sacrificing so much? Are you really having fun? Are you actually happy? That's quite a common question that they usually ask. Then I take a moment to think about it, and I realize it's not really about happiness. I would say I am not sad, so I would say I'm happy. I feel this thing is it takes a while. I feel that I'm at the stage of life where I have quite a different thinking of the people, quite a different mindset and trail of thought compared to the people at my age. As most people wouldn't think so deep, most people wouldn't really go out of their way to make a lot of sacrifices. But I'm also not there yet. I'm not at the stage of my life where I'm able to reap the benefits of my hard work yet. It's definitely very difficult and sometimes very disheartening when I'm still not there yet, despite the amount of time and effort I put in. But I would say it's still at most just 1 year. Most successful people in life really push through at least a couple of years, at least 5 years. I would say I'll give it 10 years to achieve what I want to achieve in my life and to meet the people who are similar to me and really understands my mindset. So that is something that is really challenging, but I'm still grateful because despite some people saying that they that I'm really crazy that I'm sacrificing so much for no reason and perhaps I won't succeed in life. I'll say that is something that is failure does not mean that I won't succeed. I'll say failure is something that means I'm just one step closer towards success. And success cannot be done without failure. So I feel it's just a long drawn process. Perhaps now I'm struggling and working my hardest every single day and trying to expend as much energy and effort and thinking power to really understand what I'm trying to do and what I need to know to succeed. But I feel all these will be worth it, especially in the long run. So there's a quote that I saw on Instagram. The road to heaven feels like hell, and the road to hell feels like heaven. So perhaps if I struggle a lot and with the support that I have that I'm really grateful for, and me keeping my head down, trying to work on things, bite the bullet, and just working on my craft, I'm sure one day it will all come in place. So yeah, so that's just an update of my life so far in this 1 month. I'll show you a few of my documents about what I've done, just a brief skim through of all the documents that I've created in this 1 month. So this document is about APIs, or what I've learned so far. I try to get as much information and note it down on my document regarding APIs. Still work in progress, but still I learned quite a lot from it. For business concepts, it's mainly the books, the mom test about asking questions. I highlight and take down all the notes that are important in the book. The Lean Startup, this one is really an eye-opening book that I feel will be very helpful for me in the long run. This one is quite a long book, around 600 plus pages. I'm nearing the end to it, so I'm quite excited and to move on to a new book. Then also I have a document on business law, about contracts. Some may say, why don't I just outsource it to a lawyer? But I also still need to know what I need to know in order for a lawyer to help me. I feel this will be important for me in the long run. Yeah, I just want to showcase my schedule, which I plan every single day. As much as possible, I stick to this plan. So these are generally what I do every single day. Let's go to this. Today is generally what I did. I try to maximize the time that I have despite me serving my national service. But so far, I've been keeping up with everything I need to do from day to night. Yeah, so that's all for this month. I really excited what I can do for next month. Definitely keep on improving on my knowledge on APIs, working on AI projects, reading books. Networking, I feel I'll lower it. I'll just cut it down a bit because I realize Apple has been talking too much and I need to do more action and focus on the business idea that I have. So the main priority is to work on my business idea, really try to validate the market, maybe push out the MVP using my knowledge in my AI projects using GPTs. So keep a lookout for any updates regarding my AI projects and I'm more than happy to share about it. So thanks for watching, and for those who really aspire to join this tough journey that I'm embarking on, I would just say that you guys are not alone. I'm really doing it for the sake of myself and for the sake of my future and to achieve what I feel is my purpose in life. And hopefully you can do well in whatever endeavors that you're pursuing too. So thanks for watching and look out for the next video, which is next month.